work has touched the faithful is that he has a spirit of generosity, that what guides him are principles of St. Augustine, who was a man of deep trouble early in his life. There's so much to really digest here, but there is symbolism in how this will move the papacy forward. Very much, it seems to be potentially in line with Francis. Is it a gentler church? Is it less rigid than some may have expected things would turn out? Possibly yet to be seen, but certainly in the spirit of compassion, compassion of the heart, and generous spirit. That is what, for years knowing Augustinian priests, that is what makes them tick. So even while we've been off air waiting to join you, I'm reaching out to local Augustinians to say, do you know this man? Because that's just how tight the order of Augustinians is. There's a priest from Delaware County, born and raised in Drexel Hill. His name is Father Joe Farrell. He has a very significant position in Rome with the Augustinians. I've not been able to reach him yet. I drop his name, though, because he is in a higher level of the order of Augustinians that he certainly does know now. Pope Leo XIV. It is just something surreal to mention and to be a part of and to have witnessed it with lots of workers from the Archdiocese and beginning to understand what this means for the church, the fundamentals, the principles, and all of that packaged together, what it means going forward.
And just the Philadelphia connection, Joe, and the pride that that brings to this area. We can only imagine. We saw many of the faithful there who had gathered at St. Peter's Square, just awaiting word, awaiting that white smoke to come from the chimney. We heard the thunderous applause and the reaction there in Rome. We can only imagine if all of us here in the United States and the Catholics in the U.S. and especially in the Philadelphia area had been gathered in one place when this happened. We can only imagine the pride that would have been exuded at that moment.
I guess we're wondering, did he pick up any Eagles fan base, material when he was here? I'm sorry, it is a very, it's an obvious layup here that we have to take. But what is the backstory of Robert Prevost as a student from Villanova? We know he graduated with a degree in math, and then what was it about his experience at that university that then said, I think I'm going to be an Augustinian priest? And I know from lots of stories and, significant in my own life's experience is an Augustinian priest by the name of Father Bill Atkinson, who is now on the path to sainthood, an Upper Darby native like myself. But this man was the church's first ordained quadriplegic priest. He was critically injured in a toboggan accident, but then went on in his life to teach and to mentor thousands of men. So much to look at here, Natasha, and we're busy getting after it.
All right, well, we cannot wait to see how his leadership plays out and get more reaction from you, Joe. We do appreciate your reports there from the Cathedral Basilica of Saints Peter and Paul. Thank you so much. We actually now, Joe, are going to go to Stephanie Stahl. She is on the campus of Villanova University, where Pope Leo XIV graduated back in 1977. Stephanie, what's been the reaction there today?
Euphoria. Absolute euphoria on this campus. I don't know if you can hear in the distance, the bells are still ringing. And here on the campus of Villanova, it's moving out day for the students. So there was already a lot of excitement, a lot going on. And then everybody was gathered around TVs listening for the big announcement. And when they heard that it was somebody from this campus who graduated back in 1977, a math major, who is going to be the new pope, well, you can imagine. And get this, I just talked to a professor and a student who were in Rome in October. They were on a special mission there, and guess who was there? Cardinal Prevost. They have a picture of them with him. They're holding up V signs for Villanova. There's a big group of students and some of the clergy there. Cardinal Prevost at the time was among them. They say he was amazing. Nice guy, great guy. They can't say enough wonderful things about him. Little did they know at the time when they were taking that picture with the V signs for Villanova, the man they were standing next to would go on to become Pope Leo. So people are so excited here. There's lots of people gathering around, scrambling, lots of media, as you can imagine. You can see people here gathered at the corner of Lancaster and Ithan, and there's traffic everywhere because, as I said, students are moving out. So there's lots of parents here. There are Villanova students. There are alumni. There is the administration. So lots of people gathering here on the campus of Villanova University, a historied campus that will now claim the first American pope went to school here at Villanova. So the history and the pageantry of Villanova with the bells still ringing. We're going to be over to the church in a little bit just to see what the scene is there, because people are scrambling all over this campus, as you can imagine. So Natasha, it's lots of excitement over here.
Yeah, I can see everyone kind of buzzing around there, and I can only imagine the pride that's being exuded from many of the students and the staff there, just knowing this connection now to the man who will lead the Catholic Church.
Exactly, exactly. It's amazing. You know, this campus is filled. I mean, they have a history with their basketball, with many of the students here. There is lots of history when you talk about Villanova, nestled out here on this beautiful campus out on the main line, Villanova University. But now, perhaps one of the biggest bragging rights it has is that our new pope hailed from Villanova University. Anyway, in 1977, when he was here graduating with a degree in mathematics. As we heard in that amazing speech from Rome, he speaks many languages. He is, we are told, a very thoughtful, very brilliant, a very academic individual. And much of that started here. Those roots started here, Villanova University.
All right, more history being made there. Thank you so much, Stephanie. We do appreciate that. And we also want to show you this video now from St. Peter's Square earlier today that has us feeling lots of Philly pride here. A man in an Eagles hat and a Phillies jersey holding an American flag, celebrating the election of the first American Pope. I mean, you can't get more Philadelphia than that. That is just amazing. And as I said, just hearing that crowd erupt in applause and thunderous celebration at the site of the first American Pope, the 267th Pope to lead the Catholic Church. So we are certainly happy about the local connection, the Philadelphia connection to the new Pope, Pope Leo XIV. We will have much more local reaction to Pope Leo XIV throughout the evening. Make sure to stay with us here on CBS Philadelphia, both on air and online, and on our streaming service. We have reporters and photographers at Villanova right now. They're going to be bringing us reports from campus and plenty of reaction to Pope Leo's election. We will see you right back here at 4 o'clock. We now return you to regularly scheduled programming.
Heart, hustle, home. CBS News, Philadelphia.